You clicked on a video with this title for a reason. So let's get this part out of the way. If you're a working parent during COVID, you know that feeling. But you also know that going to your closet and yelling only temporarily makes you feel better. If we're going to actually manage stress during this season, we need more tools. And our normal escapes to TV or social media aren't working to reduce our stress. In fact, they're making it worse. Look, stress, it feels like this weight on our shoulders. And for working parents, COVID is just piling more and more weight on, and we're crushed. Look, I'm with you. My wife and I both work full-time from home with a 1-year-old. I'm with you in this. All parents are looking for ways to get some of the weight off their back. And if you read any blog, they'll tell you that if you just exercise and meditate and stay connected, that'll reduce your stress. And those are helpful tools. Other blogs will tell you to manage your kids' stress, because if your kids are happy, well, that's one less thing for you to have to deal with. And so you can do things to manage your kids' stress. You can build rhythms, because stability and structure are known to reduce stress in kids, even teenage kids. I mean, you can take this time to be with your family and listen to your kids, really listen to them. That may reduce their stress and yours. But you're watching this video because you want to know, what does God say about my stress? What does the Bible say about reducing my stress? Well, Peter, a good friend of Jesus, said this. He said, cast all your anxiety on him, on Jesus, because he cares for you. Peter's basically saying, give it to God. God can handle the weight a lot easier than you can. But I think if we're honest, most of us barely let God spot us when we're crushed under the weight, let alone give it all to him. I mean, what might it look like for you to really trust Jesus with all your anxiety? Maybe that feels like too big of a step, or maybe even too ambiguous of a step. Well, the Apostle Paul writes this: carry each other's burdens, and in this way you fulfill the law of Christ. Here, Paul is encouraging us to share the weight with other people who are believers. I mean, who do you have that's willing to carry your stress with you? Those people are actually out there. There are people connected to our church that want to help you manage your stress and give it to God. So if you feel overwhelmed during this pandemic, maybe start by reaching out to a friend or family member who loves Jesus, who you know will listen to your story. Or reach out to your small group leader, or maybe actually open up during small group about what's really going on. And if you're not connected to a small group, now's a good time to join one, because that's a great place to meet the type of people that will carry your burdens with you. And maybe for you'd like to talk to a pastor. If that's you, you should download our 242 app and fill out a Connect card, because we'd love to hear what you're going through and go through it with you. See, when you allow other people to carry your burdens with you, you're actually stepping into the type of community that God created us to be in. Working parents during COVID, your stress is not too heavy for God. I dare you to trust him with all of it. God's got you, and God's got this. So let's get through COVID together.